Social media isn't the real world, y'all. It's a wild playground where people do the craziest things and you just have to roll with it. When you've got a bunch of followers and that spotlight shining on you, the hate, rumors, and chaos come right along with it. But lately, something even messier has hit the internet and it's got everyone talking. Claressa Shields just dropped a bomb nobody saw coming. She claims that Papoose is her baby daddy. Yep, you heard that right. And if you thought Remy Ma was going to stay quiet about it, oh, think again. The drama didn't just appear overnight, it's been brewing for a while. Now the internet's going crazy. Sides are being chosen, names are being dragged, and people are questioning everything they thought they knew about Remy and Papoose's picture-perfect marriage. So how did all this madness even start? Why did Claressa suddenly put it all out there? And most importantly, where does this leave Remy Ma now? It all began when Claressa Shields decided she was done keeping things low-key. Out of nowhere, she dropped a truth bomb that could shake any relationship. She claimed Papoose is her child's father. Fans were already side-eyeing Papoose and Remy's marriage after rumors of trouble started swirling months back. But no one expected Claressa to jump in and make things this explosive. She hit social media with hints about a secret relationship, making it clear Papoose wasn't just a mentor or a friend. He was much more than that at first. People didn't know what to think. Claressa is known for speaking her mind, but this was a whole new level. Some thought she was trolling, while others were convinced she was spilling tea that had been brewing behind the scenes for a long time. But here's the wild part. Papoose didn't deny a thing. No statements, no denials, no explanations. Just silence. And on the internet, silence speaks volumes. If it wasn't true, wouldn't he have shut it down right away? That quietness only poured fuel on the fire. Soon fans started connecting dots, digging up old posts, replaying past interviews, looking for any sign that this might have been happening in secret. Meanwhile, all eyes turned to Remy Ma, waiting for her reaction. When it comes to Remy Ma, one thing's for sure, she's never been the type to sit back quietly while someone comes for her. So when Claressa's revelation started catching fire online, Remy wasted no time clapping back. At first, she threw a little shade on Instagram, no names mentioned, but everyone knew exactly who she was talking about. She reposted a cryptic message about fake love and betrayal, basically letting the world know she felt played. But that was just the warm-up. Then came the real heat. Remy jumped on her Instagram stories with some direct shots, calling out women who try to build their name off somebody else's man. She didn't sugarcoat a thing, clowning Claressa for airing private business online and making it crystal clear she wasn't impressed. And she didn't stop there. She turned the spotlight on Papoose too. For years, fans saw him as the definition of husband goals. He stood by Remy during her prison sentence, defended her every chance he got, and always came off as the loyal ride-or-die partner. But now, Remy was flipping that image on its head. She called him out for being a taker, not a giver, saying she'd poured everything into the relationship and got played in return. Of course, the internet was eating this up. Comment sections went wild. Some people backed Remy all the way, saying she had every right to feel betrayed. Others thought she was playing the victim now, thought the truth had come out. But just when folks thought the drama couldn't get any messier, boom! Things took another wild turn. A guy named Frank, who had been linked to Remy earlier, popped back into the picture. He started talking, saying he didn't have beef with her, but he wanted to clear a few things up. According to him, Remy had already moved on before this new mess even hit the internet. He claimed she'd leaked his number online, which led to him getting flooded with random calls from fans. He even showed screenshots of missed calls and messages to prove it. So now, instead of one messy love triangle, it looked like there were multiple stories tangled up at once. The receipts kept rolling in, and social media detectives were in full gear. Then came the leaked text messages, screenshots that supposedly came from Claressa's phone. If those texts were real, it didn't look like a casual fling at all. The messages showed Claressa begging Papoose for honesty, asking him to stop playing games and telling him she was tired of being a secret. "If you really love me," she wrote, "then stop lying." Those words didn't sound like a side fling. They sounded like someone who was deeply invested. Fans started connecting dots faster than ever. Some said Papoose had been leading Claressa on, making promises he couldn't keep. Others said Claressa knew exactly what she was doing and was now playing the sympathy card. But the plot twist. Remy Ma wasn't done yet. She fired back with more cryptic posts, throwing shade at both Claressa and Papoose. One of her quotes said, "Some people will believe anything if it helps them justify their bad decisions." And that wasn't all. Insiders claimed Remy had receipts of her own and was ready to use them. Word on the street was that she had proof Claressa knew. Papoose was still involved with her and kept pushing anyway. Some even claimed Remy was threatening to drop texts showing Claressa wasn't being fully truthful about how deep the relationship really went. By now, everyone could see nobody in this situation was completely innocent. But in trying to set the record straight, did Remy just end up exposing herself too? Because if she already had all that info, did that mean she'd known about Papoose and Claressa for a while and stayed quiet? Or was she just scrambling to control the story now that it had gone public? After days of letting the internet tear his name apart, Papoose finally broke his silence, and when he spoke, he didn't hold anything back. He hopped on social media and made it clear he wasn't the villain everyone was painting him to be. In his statement, Papoose denied being dishonest with Claressa, saying he never promised to leave Remy for her. He claimed Remy was twisting the truth to make herself look like the victim, according to him. His marriage with Remy had already been falling apart long before any of this drama hit the blogs. He hinted that they'd been living separate lives for months and that Remy knew about his situation with Claressa long before the internet found out. But just when fans thought it couldn't get any wilder, it did. Because instead of just defending himself, Papoose flipped the script. He started spilling his own tea about their marriage. Insiders say he hinted that Remy wasn't as innocent as she pretended to be, that she'd been involved with other men too. Even while portraying herself as the loyal wife, he also accused her of keeping up the perfect couple image for publicity, making it seem like they were solid when, behind closed doors, everything was already crumbling. Fans were shook. The man who had been praised for years as hip-hop's most loyal husband was now calling out his own marriage and dragging Remy's name in the process. People didn't know what to believe anymore. Some sided with Papoose, saying maybe he'd been silent too long. Others called him out for trying to save face after getting exposed. But the more he talked, the messier it got. Papoose even suggested that Remy had known about Claressa all along but stayed quiet to protect her image. That revelation had social media in chaos. Everyone was debating who was telling the truth and who was just trying to rewrite history. Then, in what seemed like an attempt to end the conversation once and for all, Papoose posted another message. "It's sad to say, but Remy is a narcissist. She cheated multiple times. Now that I've finally moved on, she's playing victim. I asked for a divorce several times, but she'd rather chase clout online than handle this privately. I've stayed silent for the sake of our 6-year-old daughter. But enough is enough." That message blew up instantly. Screenshots spread like wildfire across every platform, and fans were going crazy in the comments. Some believed him completely, while others thought it was just damage control. Meanwhile, Remy Ma still hadn't made any clear public statement. She was posting cryptic messages, but nothing directly responding to Papoose's claims. And that silence was making people even more suspicious. If she was really done with him, why not just say it? Why keep the world guessing? Because to many fans, it looked like Remy was trying to protect her pride, maybe even hoping things could still be fixed behind closed doors. Others felt she was just waiting for the right time to strike back. But either way, one thing was obvious. This story was nowhere near over. At this point, the drama had taken on a life of its own. The internet was in full chaos mode. Receipts were dropping left and right. New claims were surfacing daily. And everyone had an opinion. And right in the middle of it all stood Claressa Shields. refusing to back down instead of staying quiet. Claressa doubled down on everything she'd said. She told people she was tired of being painted as the villain when all she did was speak her truth. She made it clear that she wasn't trying to destroy anyone's home. She was just done being hidden, but the internet wasn't letting up. Some fans supported her, saying she was brave for exposing what really went down. Others dragged her hard, calling her a clout chaser who got caught up with a married man. Either way, Claressa was trending non-stop, and every move she made was being dissected online. As for Remy Ma, things weren't looking calm on her end either. Even though she hadn't publicly confirmed a breakup, her posts said enough. Some insiders claimed she'd been suspicious about Papoose and Claressa for a while, but kept it to herself, hoping it would fade away. Others said she found out the same way everyone else did, on social media. And while Remy tried to keep her cool in public, fans could tell this hit deep. After years of being praised as hip-hop's power couple, everything they built was now being torn apart in real time. Still, there's one detail that's keeping everyone talking. Remy hasn't officially said it's over. She hasn't posted anything confirming a divorce, and in the world of long-term relationships, that silence says a lot. Could it be that behind the scenes, they're still trying to work things out? Or is she just waiting for the right moment to close this chapter for good? Meanwhile, Papoose's image has taken a serious hit. For years, he was seen as the loyal husband who stood by his woman no matter what. Now people are questioning if that was ever real. Some say he's just another man who got caught up in his own lies. Others think he's finally telling his side after being silent for too long. Whatever the case, this whole situation has changed everything. What started as whispers of trouble in paradise has turned into one of the messiest celebrity dramas we've seen in a while. And with all the receipts, cryptic posts, and online arguments still popping up, it doesn't look like this story is dying down anytime soon at the end of the day. This whole saga just proves how complicated relationships can get, especially when fame and social media are involved. What once looked like an unbreakable marriage is now in pieces, and everyone's wondering if we ever really knew the truth about Remy Ma and Papoose. So now it's your turn. What do you think? Is Claressa Shields telling the truth? Is Remy Ma justified in her anger? And do you think Papoose is being honest about everything that went down? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this story is far from over. Far from over.